Hey, what's going on? Shalom, everyone. Serving our D Romantico. How your kingdom of heaven is at hand. Here with another video. And I briefly want to talk about the world. You often heard me refer to the world as established order or structured order. But the world is also that which has been arranged and furnished. The world is also an age, the beginning and ending of an era. And down through the corridors of time, we had various ages that had come and gone. Ages like the Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age, Neolithic age, Mesopotamia age, the age of the Egyptians, Bronze Age, Iron Age, Stone Age, Golden Age. All of these were themes in time that occurred. The world denotes that. Not only that, the world is a governing body, and this governing body has branches. When you look in the book of Job, 38th chapter and the 31st verse, you see where Job and his friends were trying to rationalize, and they came up with various theories, trying to figure out what was going on with Job and his sickness. And they came up with all types of insight. But the Father stepped in and made a profound statement when he said that, can you bind the sweet influence of the Pleiades? The Pleiades is the cosmos, the constellation. When you look at the word world, it derives from the cosmos, where the sweet influence, angelic forces reside. And so you have an addition of angelic beings that are associated with the world. When you look in Genesis 1:1, where it says in the beginning, Yah created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. Darkness. In darkness, there were entities and beings that resided in the darkness. That's a type and figure of the world. But then Yah came in and said, let there be light. Light represents a kingdom of the Most High. A kingdom which represents strength and power that leads and connects to the authoritative rule of Yah. Darkness, it denotes limitations, obscurity. It said darkness was upon the face of the deep. The earth was without form and void. That denotes obscurity. And when you read on later on in the scripture about Adam, after the Father created Adam, and the Father created Adam with a bright nature. And when Adam had the bright nature, he was able to connect with the cosmos. He was able to connect all the way up into the heavenly throne room where the Most High Yah resided. But once he disobeyed, he lost that bright nature and he began to wander aimlessly. This is why I say darkness represent limitations, and darkness is associated with the world. This is why John say, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. And he told you all that's in the world, lust of the eye, lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. That's all you can get, the works of lusting, but there is never any fulfillment. It's obscurity, because darkness represents someone who aimlessly wander, but never achieving success or maturity. This is why the children of Israel, when they wandered in the wilderness until they died off, that was a form of darkness, because they accepted the world. They accepted the structured order of the world. So when you look at the world, it denotes where Ha-Shaitan, which is Satan, resides, because the Most High say the sweet influence. And so Ha-Shaitan, within the world order, he created and fashioned and furnished a system to transmit his agenda throughout. That's what the world is. When you look in James 4:4, And it says friendship of the world is an enemy against Yah. So you see there is a contrasting force here. Two contrasting forces. You have the force of darkness. And if you're friends with it, if you're connected to it, if you're in love with it, like John, 1 John 2:15, he say, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. And growing up in church, I thought the world was separated from the church. The church is a part of a structured order. It's a part of the religious segment of the world. Like I said, the world, it has many governing bodies and many branches and subdivisions. You have various forms and various entities in the world. You have the media, you have the education system, and you have all the different type of religions that's in the world, including Christianity or Christendom. That's part of the world. You have intelligence and commerce, which is the money, International Monetary Fund. And you have resources and control and various labor controls, where all the businesses and all types of commerce is transmitted in the world. But Yahshua said that we are in the world, but we're not of the world. And so you have all of these structured orders that operates, and many people think they will achieve success, but they will end up aimlessly and unsystematically wandering around, because the world is darkness, and in darkness there is no light. And so when the Most High told Job, can you bind the sweet influences, in Job 38:31, the sweet influences, they interact with Yah's creation on the earth. When you look at the book of Enoch, the 76th chapter, you read where 12 portals are open in the heavens, which present the four winds on the earth. Some of the winds will bring fruitfulness and prosperity, and others will deliver destruction and desolation. You have the two different contrasts. Some of the winds that represent the kingdom of light, and other winds represent the kingdom of darkness. And you have people that are influenced, people that have been affected by the power of darkness. This is why you read in John 16:33, when Yahshua told his disciple, in this world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer, because I've overcome the world. The world represents Ha-Shatan region, but the Father put representatives, and the representatives are like resistors in a circuit. In a circuit, you have currency going through the circuit, but in that circuit, you have resistors that limit or regulate the flow of the current. And in some instances, it redirects the current in another direction. That is what the Most High's kingdom of light does in the kingdom of darkness. Because you remember, in the beginning there, the Father created the heavens and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of Yah moved upon the face of the waters and said, let there be light. He infiltrated into the darkness. But there was deities, there was entities in the darkness, which is the world. 2 Corinthians 4:4. It talks about the God of this world blinding the minds of people that do not believe. So what you have, when the Father created light in the midst of darkness, what Satan, Ha-Shatan, tried to do, he tried to replicate Yah's creation. He tried to create a carbon copy of Yah's order. But whatever Ha-Shatan is in, it's an extension of darkness, which is the world. We must understand, brothers and sisters, the world, when the scripture says the world, and love not the world, when it talks about the world, you must understand the world is connected to the opposition of the Most High. It was like that from the beginning. And each age that they rise up in opposition of the Most High. But throughout All those ages, the Father always had representatives to thwart, representatives to redirect, representatives to limit or regulate the flow of Hashatan current in the network of darkness. So light was in the midst of darkness, as it says in John 1:1. The light shined in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. You have two contrasting forces here. The light and darkness. Darkness is the world. And this is what we must understand. We in the world, but we not of the world. And while we in the world, we have emissaries. We have the sweet influence of the Pleiades, the sweet influence of all of the Malachim, the seven spirits which are before the Most High, which are virtues, but they also represent the angelic force of Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, Raguel, Sarakiel, and Remiel. These are representatives of the Sovereign One. When you read in Hebrews 1:14, it says, are there not ministering spirits sent forth to minister to those who are heirs of salvation? We are heirs of salvation as we operate in the world, in this sphere of darkness that has no sure, successful ending, but will aimlessly wander. We don't aimlessly wander. We have the power of Yah that leads and directs us, a light to our path. And so, brothers and sisters, I just wanted to point out, the world represents the kingdom of darkness. The light represents the kingdom of Yah. And when you read in Revelation 11 chapter, it say the kingdoms of this world has become the kingdoms of Yah. I'm Serenard D. Ramat. Shalom.